Well, you can see here, it's November 2020, and we're getting ready to put some coats onto the eyebrow here. This lower eyebrow. The eyebrow up below we'll tackle another day. Probably start it pretty soon here while I'm doing this one. But anyway, this was getting a little bare in here. I'm not sure why. I thought it was from maybe some ultraviolet light getting through here. As you can see, it kind of gets in there. We have this cover. Anyway, as you can see, the cap rail, it's still looking mighty nice. And it's covered though. So this other thing here, the eyebrow's not covered. And so anyway, we sanded it down with some 220 and some 320. And now we'll put a coat of Epifanes on it. And the weather broke, so it's not bad out. It's pretty, it's cool enough. And then we'll sand it with 600 wet. I did it with dry, 320 and then 220 dry. And then I'll do the next ones with wet. And then one thing, I didn't want to get any little bare wood spots wet. So the next one will be we'll put a coat of varnish on here in a few minutes. Then I'll wait a day or so and sand it with 600. Then put another coat on. Then wait 4 days, and I think I'll sand it with 320 wet and put a coat on, and then wait a day or two and sand it with 600 and put another coat on. So we'll pop on 4 coats, and it should withstand the season, and then probably 2 coats before summertime. But it's not bad. I don't tape it. Some people tape it, but I can cut in fairly good. And under here I use I don't know, it's kind of like how you put stickers on. It's a piece of rubber you stick under there. Do an edging. I could stick it under there, and it works good. I don't get any on the gel coat or anything. So all in all, it's fair. It's all good. And it's going to look pretty spiffy. I'll do the handrails. I haven't touched those in probably 10 years. So they got acetal on them. I'll just strip them down, and like all the rest of the stuff I did up here, strip the acetal off it, and it's kind of gummy, get it off, and then sand them down, and I'll put Epifanes on them too. So I got the upper handrails to do, and then these, but I probably wait a couple months to do those when the weather's a little bit cooler and it's a little drier, doesn't get the morning dew so much, and we're out at anchor and it's kind of nice, and so whatever. Excuse me. So now I'm going to put some varnish on it, and that's about it. Now you can see on the side